Just do it!
Hey y'all, how y'all doing? Welcome to another episode of Fanalyst. This your boy Fanalyst. Y'all go subscribe to the page. This episode is brought to you by Raw Authentic. Y'all go check out my boy. All new anime updates and everything like that.
Yo, this your boy Raw Authentic coming in. All right, let's get right into it. So, Fanalyst, let me ask you something. I know you seen Jimmy just secure the bag over the past few days. How do you feel about the brand new extension contract that he got for the 49ers?
I mean, he was undefeated when he went there, and he's still securing the bag from the Patriots. So it's just, hey, he knew it. They knew what they were doing when they got him. I know Bill Belichick mad because he lost out on a future quarterback, but hey, young dudes got to do what they got to do.
Well, the good news is we know that Jimmy's going to have a great future with the 49ers. He's already with a franchise that's used to winning. So hopefully he gets a few championships over there, but not before Carolina, I pray.
Yeah, you better pray that for real. Yeah, all Jimmy needs right now some receivers. Their defense is legit. And I mean, hey, you get that man some weapons, you seen what he can do. And with the weapons he had this year to go undefeated since the trade, the future is bright for that man.
And what's really crazy is it's sad that nobody else tried to trade for him earlier. You would have thought the Browns, with all the first-round draft picks they had at hand, would have tried to propose a trade to the Patriots for him. But it looks like, once again, they were caught slipping when it came to looking for a future NFL prospect.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Browns, even Denver, man. Browns, Denver, or even the Washington Redskins could have traded for that man. And now they're looking like, yo, we done messed up for real.
Man, I completely feel you, man. Like, it's crazy because, like, when it came to Jimmy, I thought he was going to be the future for the Patriots, to be honest. I thought once Brady retired, it was going to be all up to Jimmy to start bringing up a new dynasty for them, but it looked like they were just trying to look up for more pieces for Brady and try to find the next Brady in the next 2 to 3 years.
Yeah, I definitely won't be surprised if they go for a quarterback this year. Definitely thinking, hey, Bill Belichick might try something different like Nick Saban. Get them a scrambling quarterback. Lamar Jackson to New England. I know Florida fans don't want to hear that, but that could possibly happen.
I definitely feel you on that, but, man, it's real crazy. I just wonder, who you feel like is going to be the next Super Bowl favorite for next year?
Oh, man, definitely Pittsburgh still is up there. I mean, after seeing Tom Brady, what he did, he's still up there. Definitely Philadelphia is probably the number one choice right now. With a healthy Carson Wentz and that defense, and they bringing back all their weapons, they're clearly the favorite to win it all and again next year.
If I'm being completely honest, like, I'm being 100% honest right now, I feel like the Eagles had a blessed year this year. For me to say that they're going to be a strong contender for next year, looking at how the Saints dominated as a sleeper team this year and how they literally was a tackle away from going to the Super Bowl, I honestly feel like they're not the clear-cut favorite, especially when you have teams like the Falcons who still have a top 5 offense. And then you're looking at teams like the Seahawks who had a injury-plagued year this year who could bounce back. You have Green Bay. It's hard for me to say that the Eagles are cut favorite, but honestly, for the NFC, if I were to pick one team to make it to the Super Bowl next year, and I'm not being biased, I'm not going to pick the Panthers.
Oh, okay.
I would love to pick the Panthers because you already know that's my favorite team. But if I'm being realistic, if they do the draft right, I have a strong feeling the Saints could creep their way into the Super Bowl. Because when we're really looking at it, they had a rookie mistake that made them miss out in the conference championship. And if I'm being completely honest, if I'm saying, hey, You got Nick Foles against Drew Brees, Kamara, and Ingram. Who do I got? I'm going with the Saints. I called it weeks ago, and I was honestly disappointed on the results. I really did want the Saints to go to the Super Bowl because I didn't want a team that beat us not to make the Super Bowl. You get what I'm saying? And the team that they lost to got destroyed. It wasn't even worth the watch. So it's like, it makes you think, wow, what can the Saints really do now that they already know they have an established offense and now their defense is something to reckon with. So now all they're going to do is use their next 2 to 3 round draft picks on defense to secure the defense. Their offense is already established. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I agree, but you're also thinking about the Eagles. The Eagles have the best offensive line in the draft in the league. They have the running backs. They have the receivers. All they really got to do is boost up the rest of their defensive backs, and they're back in it again. Now, I definitely would like to see a rematch and see the Eagles versus the Saints because I think that would have been a better look for the conference championship. But I just can't go against Wentz. Wentz had a MVP type season before the injury, and he was the clear-cut favorite to win the MVP this year. So I just got to give it to the Eagles. I feel like they're just a few. They already got the title in hand, and Nick Foles, he's about to go secure the bag somewhere else. I just got to go with the Eagles, my man.
But here's my thing about the Eagles, Stefan. Fanalyst. When it comes to the Eagles, there's been multiple games where it came down to the final drive or a 60-yard field goal or last second. Yeah, we might say that the Eagles have good last second final 2-minute drill drives. But don't you think that this past season there was more luck on their side than skill? Because look at the opponents they had to go against. They went against you after your first 3 starting receivers got injured against, I believe it was against the Rams. Everybody got injured against.
Pretty much.
And then they went up against a depleted Cowboys. They went up against a depleted Redskins twice. And then all the games that were actually challenging games, it was to one drive and simple mistakes on the opposing field. So don't you feel like this year was a very lucky year for the Eagles?
You say luck, I say you just, at the end of the day, a W is a W. And you basically just described how Brady has won pretty much either won his Super Bowls or lost his Super Bowls. Great 2-minute finishes. You think about all of Brady's Super Bowls, either won by a field goal, won in the last 2 minutes, or lost in the last 2 minutes. So really, you just described how Brady has won most of his titles.
Well, when it comes to Brady, hold on. Like, I know this isn't about, we're not trying to bring up Brady's legacy right here, but yes, he did accomplish a lot of his Super Bowls in the final 2 minutes. However, right now we're talking about the Eagles. So when it comes to the Eagles' success, we can't bring that up comparing it to the legacy of somebody who went to the Super Bowl 8 times, okay? 8 times.
That's fine.
Comparing it to a little 1 year, one and done team, you're really trying to compare the Eagles to a potential legacy of the Patriots?
I'm not comparing that at all. I'm just saying how you just described how
had to make
won.
sure.
But as you can also see, the Patriots playing probably the easiest conference in the whole NFL.
The easiest.
The easiest. Who's won? Remember, who's won the AFC title? The AFC East the last 15 years. The Patriots. Since Brady's been on that team, they have not lost an AFC title. I think probably 1 year when Matt Castle was the quarterback, and they missed out on the playoffs at 10-6.
11-5.
11-5. Sorry. Now your team, your conference, y'all have had each one of you guys have won the division. The NFC East, my conference, we're the first division to have every team win a Super Bowl. So think about it. The Patriots have the easiest schedule period because they face the same sorry teams over and over again. The Bills haven't been good since the late 80s, early 90s, and you saw what happened. They lost 4 straight Super Bowls. The Jets haven't won anything since '68. The Dolphins haven't been good since Marino, or let me be nice, Ricky Williams days. So if we're talking about schedule, you can't even compare schedules because they play the same under 500 teams every year.
Yeah, but when it comes to the big games, it was always when it comes to Brady's legacy, Manning versus Brady, and we already saw who came on top. And at the end of the day, we can't really dispute Brady's legacy. What we can dispute is what the Eagles going to do next year. They're going to lose a lot of major players. Peters is going to be testing the offseason after this injury. You also got to look at Lake Johnson. You also got to look at a whole bunch of other key players for the Eagles. So
they already signed all those guys back except for Peters, and the replacement for Peters has already shown that he's a good replacement. So I'm not really worried about the Eagles. Like I said, next year should be interesting, but we're going to talk about this high school recruiting. A lot of people saw a lot of flips this year. Alabama, for the first time in the last 3 years, didn't finish in the top 4. It was Georgia, Ohio State, Clemson, and I want to say, who was the fourth? I forgot. Georgia, Clemson, Ohio State. And I want to say who the next one was. I want to say it was not LSU, but Miami.
Was it Miami?
I don't even remember. But like I said, Alabama fell out. A lot of people flipped to Georgia. Looked like the successor stole a lot of players from Nick Saban. How you feel about that?
Honestly, Nick Saban's going to take what he got and still going to win the championship. A lot of players right now are currently trying to execute and try to defeat the dynasty of Alabama. But right now, it's looking like you're dealing with a chess master when it comes to collegiate football. Nick Saban is indisputably the greatest collegiate coach of all time. He does so much for his defense, it's ridiculous. And now he has this young stud of a gunslinger getting ready to just win 2 more for him. It's hard to go against him right now. And then you have Jalen Hurts that's going to be debatably the new slot receiver for him. Let's see what Alabama's going to do for him.
Braxton Miller. Yeah. Seemed like one of your old players from your old college team was a little hurt. Jarvis Landry called out, a good friend of mine, Patrick Surtain's son, calling him a little groupie for flipping on LSU. How do you feel about that, man?
Well, I'm an LSU fan, right?
Of course. That's kind of childish, man. The man literally turned 18. He just turned 18.
That was a little bit childish of Jarvis because he's about to flip the table on Miami real soon for that check. But we're not going to get into that right now. Honestly, when it comes to LSU, our coaching situation and our offensive scheme, we're not going to be able to secure the top 5 recruits right now. We're going to be able to secure top 20 recruits, top 50 recruits, but right now with our coaching situation and our offensive and defensive schemes, it's not looking likely for us to secure the bag when it comes to these elite high school prospects. Jarvis needs to just take a chill pill and just look into Cam Newton in Carolina and just try to get a deal with them. Jarvis, if you're listening, just think about it. You're going to be in a good system. Hear me out.
I feel you on that. And for all those people I forgot about the top 4, it was Texas. Looks like Todd Herman definitely put it off for Texas. But now let's get to the nitty and gritty. First of all, I want to talk about these NBA trades. But first of all, I want to shout out to you Cleveland fans. I hope you all know that you all got.
You played yourself.
Again. You're going to be burning another jersey again. LeBron just got you guys younger again so that he could leave. So, be ready. He's leaving this year, guys.
Na, 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 na. Na, 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 na. Hey, hey, hey. Goodbye for you sorry-ass Cleveland fans. Let me tell you something real quick. Do you see the trades that's going on? You already realized 3 weeks ago that you needed to break down this team. And at the deadline, you're showing your desperation. So, First of all, let's give a shout out to all the loyal fans of Miami Heat. We got back our guy, Dwayne Wade. It's now officially Wade County. We had to watch him break down for another year, but hey, hopefully he gives us more than what he was providing for Cleveland and Chicago. But how do you feel about all these trades?
Oh man, definitely it was just a dismantle of the whole team. I'm definitely glad Wade's back. I'm not a Heat fan, but I'm definitely a Wade fan. Been a fan of Wade since Marquette days. But we have actually a special guest with us. I'm gonna introduce y'all to Coach Pablo from All Our Athletes. Y'all take a look at him as well. Pablo, how you feel about your boy being back in Miami?
Nah, I've been a long time Heat fan. I've been a Wade fan. I didn't like when he left. I personally felt hurt because I am a Wade fan, but I'm more of a Heat fan than I am a Wade fan. I had to say that. He left Chicago to be home. Then he cleared it from Chicago to go to Cleveland. Just to see him take that path kind of made me feel away. And then he's going to come back to Miami. As a Wade fan, I think he just needs to be done. Just done it this year.
Yeah, definitely. So you feel like he was just a journeyman and he really didn't need to be that. His legacy was already set in stone with the 3 chips, Hall of Fame numbers. He didn't really need to leave. But your boy Pat ain't want to pay him, man. You got to understand, like, I've given the city everything. And y'all ain't want to pay me?
Yeah, but is he really paying him what he wanted originally? He could be paying him more, yes. But is it still what he want? I think
people see what Kobe got and they want that Kobe money, man.
Yeah, but Kobe stayed there. He stayed with the Lakers.
That's
he
right.
didn't move.
But Kobe got that check. Kobe got that check.
He made sure he was an alumni, though. You're right. You're right. He got the check.
That check.
But if he loved it, I think he would have stayed from the beginning and like not come back just to retire.
I mean, I understand. Look, like I said, I'm happy the man home. It's definitely going to be interesting. You guys are in the 4th spot. Let's see what he does. Definitely, I know that first game back in the house of American Airlines Arena is going to be electrifying. I definitely will get my ticket. Even though I'm a Knicks fan, I just want to see Wade. It's just good to see that boy back.
Yeah, I mean, I'm happy to see him too, man. Shout out to you, Wade. I'm still a Wade fan. I just, I feel the way I get over it. I'm happy you back.
Yeah, man. When you're a true diehard fan, you feel some type of way. I understand. All right, let's get back to these trades, though. The Blake Griffin trade so far is looking amazing. These guys have won 5 straight. Cleveland, they just dismantled everybody. Isaiah Thomas, you playing for a contract this year, my friend. Cleveland gave away a 2018 pick and Isaiah and Channing Frye to the Lakers for Clarkson and Larry Nance Jr. Isaiah, I think you should be looking to head back to Phoenix or somebody for next year, man, because those guys need a point guard. And also the trade for, how you feel about that Derrick Rose and Jay Crowder trade to to Utah, and then Rose gets immediately cut after the trade's done? Do you feel like it's the end of D Rose?
D Rose was supposed to retire from 2015, if we're being completely honest.
That's right.
Like, honestly, like, D Rose, he's not the same person we thought he was. After Tom Thibodeau ran him to the ground, we realized that it's over.
And I want everybody to know that follows us, me and Authentic were the only 2 people to ever say that Russell Westbrook was better than D Rose. Nobody wanted to believe us, but we clearly see who the better player is.
Nobody wanted to believe us at all, and that was the sad part. We were trying to emphasize this during the early stages.
Even when Derrick Rose won MVP, we were still telling people Russell Westbrook is better. And now we see it. D Rose, so what's the 30 for 30? Concrete Rose?
Concrete knees. That's what it should be called. It makes no sense, but hey, Derrick Rose, this is what you need to do. You need to just retire, come up with a book or something, and call it a day. That's what you need to do.
So how you feel about everybody else getting shipped, like Amon Shumpert, all those guys? Shumpert's with Sacramento. Who else left? Like I said, Wade's back in Miami. And Jay Crowder, like, I just felt like all those pieces weren't a fit. And what LeBron got back, I just see he just got Cleveland younger, like what he did with Kyrie. He left Cleveland and got those boys sorry so they could pick up Kyrie.
Hey, man, it's just time for Cleveland to start rebuilding. Golden State's going to take over for the next 3 to 4 years, probably even more. But LeBron, you need to leave, find a new place to prosper, because Cleveland is not where it's at. You got your one and done. Just call it a day.
Exactly.
You did what you need to do for Cleveland. There's nothing more you're obligated to do for Cleveland. You don't like the owner, so what more do you have to do to be there?
Yeah, facts. Definitely. Also, I want to talk about these little small trades that went down. How you feel about Elfrid Payton basically going to the Suns for a second-round pick from the Magic?
Steal!
Definitely a steal. Elfrid Payton, I don't care what nobody says. He's a defender who plays hard. If he ever develops a shot, combined with Devin Booker, TJ Warren, and I ain't gonna lie, we were thinking Josh Jackson was looking like a bust, but these last few games, people, he's been showing out. So I don't know, man. Magic fans, looks like you guys messed up again with this trade. And now let's go to my one and only favorite team, the Knicks. Emmanuel Mudiay, I wanted him in the earlier draft, but we got Kristaps Porzingis, which turned out to be even better. Now what I feel like the Knicks should do with this, with Emmanuel Mudiay, pair him up with Frank, let them boys play the 1 and the 2 together so they can get a feel, and move Tim Hardaway to the bench and let him be a 6-man like Clarkson, because he don't have to pass the ball anyway.
I know you're a Knicks fan and all. I just had to throw this in there. I'm sorry about the Chris Porzingis injury. Your playoff dreams are over.
It's been over. It was over before it started. I didn't think we was going to make the playoffs anyway, but hey, it happens.
I just had to throw that in there really fast.
You funny, man. You funny. But yeah, out of all the trades, though, the Cleveland trade was definitely the craziest. I thought OKC would have made a move. I really thought OKC was going to go after Avery Bradley or Lewis Williams or something like that. But hey, everybody, I guess, is waiting for these up-and-coming free agencies, because the free agency for 2018 is stacked. You got DeAndre Jordan. You got LeBron, Carmelo, Paul George. It's a lot.
Yeah, man, it's going to be one of the craziest free agencies of all time.
But all right, y'all. Thanks for watching Fanalyst. I'm Fanalyst.
And this your boy, Authentic.
Y'all have a good night.
Good night, y'all boys. And don't forget to check out my page. It's Authentic1 on YouTube. It's youtube.com/Authentic1. Check it out whenever you get the chance.